sport itself. Two teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Entering play call screen.
Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Coach suggestions. Coach. Defensive option. Pitch key option is set to balanced. Strict ball. Tackle. Zone dropped. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. You have 12 options.
Handoff to the single running back. Knocked down, could not turn the corner, and already this offense behind the chains.
There are 6 categories.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Trying play action. That's reeled in. It's Morgan. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
There are 6 categories.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like you don't get till mid-season. You're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line.
There are 8 categories. Only 12 options. RPO plans post selected.
This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe he needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the Big House. Rushes on him. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is.
There are 21 category formation. There are 8 category. Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offensive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Love. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. With the catch, it's Love. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
There are 8 categories.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Dragged down, but but they'll move the sticks
Entering
for
play
a first
call,
down.
coach suggestions.
Well, the
There
drag
are 8
routes put in this
categories.
playbook to fight against man-to-man
Shuffle,
coverage. So
slot,
there you see the
selected.
receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
He goes out
Entering
of
play
bounds
call,
right at the
coach
10-yard
suggestions.
line, and
There
the
are 8
offense can
categories.
smell
You
the
have 12
touchdown from
options.
here.
Return sprint comeback is selected.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Entering counter FK duo net option verticals.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. It's Carr. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution...
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the air, it's Underwood. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun. Give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in those gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Spread.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return.
There are 21 subcategories. Option is set to split slot open 18 plays with 7 options. Gun is selected. Coaching, counter Y, Rahu corner, RPO, curls. Counter Y.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The sure hands. It's Pauly. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks, it's Love. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw, it's Carr. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Pauly. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second.
Inside zone.
Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They go right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't...
Breaks into the open. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough in there, marked at the 23.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Scanning the field, it's Carr. Zings it complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown!
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Entering coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Double bracket.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockney and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments in this rivalry, which has been played since the 1800s.
So many great moments, so many great plays, great players. And how about the uniforms? Just clean, beautiful, pristine units.
This is just classic college football. Because of all those names that he's just ripped off, this game always seems to come down to the final play.
They're going to keep this drive going. You'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, it's so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Under fire. Catch in the middle. It's calling. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult. But
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the quarterback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocks the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory.
Categories option is set to overachieve 24 plays. You have 7 options. 4, 2, 5 is selected. Coach suggests 10 sim. Cover 6 Willie.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at 12.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Cover 4 quarters.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Got his man on the right. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost to pick up a 1st down at the 23. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Cover 3 Sky.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Spread.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The short hands, it's Morgan. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
6 categories.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him still on his feet. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Spread.
I'll try to power it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring the touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the second half.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. On the move, it's Love.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
On in that secondary. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Here's a heat. Connection to the right. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Got a man. It's Pauly. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. He caught it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Goal line. Goal line. Gun. Option is set to empty these spots. Drive right corner.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Entering base model screen, you have 5 options.
The Wolverines will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Pass line, RPO, Shuffle Mills.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gets it past the marker. There he goes. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. He got a step and just dusted the field. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The give out of the gun. Fouls through the defense. There he goes to the right. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Looking left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Hunt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Snagged in the middle, it's Mark. Turning it on! The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
CB bench blitz.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Spread.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
6 categories.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great. Because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
There are 8 categories. There are 21 subcategories. Option set to split slot open 18 plays. You have 7 up. Coach Jet insides. Puck reserves. RPO puck reserves.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Pauling. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. You know, the numbers for Notre Dame receivers aren't always prolific, but you think of Tim Brown, Rocket Ismail, Jeff Samardzija. They've had a lot of tremendous receivers. This guy fits right in that category.
Yeah, and when you think about those guys in Notre Dame history.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Makes the catch. It's Locke. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. They'll run play action. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down, getting the ball in the ball.
Third down play from the gun. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Now it's second and goal. Slams it ahead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after that penalty on the defense, the offense needs to move it just a hair more on third and goal. Touchdown, Irish! They take the lead with the 6.
Coach suggestions.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for rushing the kicker. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds his man. It's Marsh. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. This guy fits the bill. Big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
and it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Coach suggestions.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Spread.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
You've got like that big, reliable security. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Makes the grab. It's Marsh. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback.
There are 8 categories. There are 21 subcategories. Auction, acceptance, player. There are 8 coach subject, red auction, RN, RPO, mesh corner, red auction, gun, auction, tricks, tee off, R0, the slot wheel.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Inside.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To throw, it's Carr. Grab near the sticks, it's Love. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Might as well give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Fires to the right. Snags it.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Categories, you have 18 options, double slants to
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Categories, you have 15
they tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're
selected.
on their way to a 3-0 start.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
So here comes the Michigan offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Klein. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He lets it fly. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Now on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Cover 3, hot blitz 3. Cover, hot blitz 3.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the run.
That's caught. It's Morgan. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
The play action fake. He's got an open man. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab. but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Stanford went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Cardinal ever do that?
Use the play fake, now to throw.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking for space. It's locked. Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Coach suggestions.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs good.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Caught over the middle. It's Pauly. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Categories who have well
passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the ground. He's got it again.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Option is middle slant.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Carr. Caught in the backfield. It's locked. The defense wouldn't let it loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big...
There he goes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
What a great play by the defense. In a critical down late in the game, one possession behind, you needed to come up with that play now to hopefully force a punt and give your offense a chance to go win the game.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Klein. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And this safety is a ball hunter. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Using his legs. It's locked. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Special gun. Option. Option is set. Step levels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Carr. The quick out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down. But a good gain on that play. Defense uses the timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd down. Red zone play. Try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Play special field goal. There are 6 categories. You have 6 options. A, F, G, kicker, flip selecting.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one splits the upright. And they'll push that lead down a little further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Cover 2 man. 2 invert hard flat.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Here's a throw downfield late. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Give cushion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Notre Dame looks as if they're warming up for a victory march as they push out this lead.
The Irish getting the momentum going late in this rivalry game with Michigan, doing everything they need to do, Palmer, to finish this one out.
Yeah, David, Notre Dame, they've been mentally the tougher team in this one. They've made the plays when the plays have presented themselves.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. And they're in for a touchdown late in this game.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Spread.
They want to throw it. They've got the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 9.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team following on the football.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. For now, until whenever these two decide to play again, that golden